Volume 1, Chapter 3, The First Humans of Morocco. Long before the invention of agriculture, long before the first cities of Mesopotamia, and hundreds of thousands of years before the pyramids of Egypt rose from the desert, human beings were already walking across the lands that would one day become Morocco. They knew nothing of kingdoms or borders. They left behind no written language and built no monuments of stone. Yet they were the very first actors in a story that continues to unfold today. At the dawn of humanity, the territory of modern Morocco offered extraordinary conditions for life. Mountains protected fertile valleys. Rivers and wetlands provided fresh water and abundant wildlife. The Atlantic and Mediterranean coastlines offered resources that would sustain human communities for countless generations. Climate changed again and again, but this land remained a sanctuary for those who called it home. For many years, scientists believed that the earliest chapters of human history belonged almost exclusively to East Africa. Ethiopia, Kenya, and Tanzania naturally occupied the center of the story of our origins, while northwestern Africa appeared to play only a secondary role. The discoveries of recent decades have dramatically changed that narrative. Today, Morocco is recognized as one of the world's most important regions for understanding prehistoric human populations and the migrations that shaped our species. Its caves, plateaus, and archaeological sites continue to reveal remarkable discoveries that regularly challenge what we thought we knew about humanity's distant past. Hundreds of thousands of years ago, human groups were already moving across these landscapes. They followed migrating animals, adapted to changing environments, and slowly passed their knowledge from one generation to the next. Their lives were governed by the rhythms of nature. During wetter periods, fertile plains attracted vast herds of wildlife. During times of drought, human communities migrated toward mountains, valleys, and coastal regions in search of water and food. These first inhabitants were above all survivors. They understood their environment with extraordinary precision. They learned which plants could nourish them, how to shape stone into tools, and how cooperation increased their chances of survival. The territory of Morocco became an immense natural laboratory for human evolution. Situated between Africa and Europe, it occupied a strategic position for prehistoric migrations. While many aspects of these movements remain subjects of scientific debate, archaeological, genetic, and paleoanthropological research increasingly confirms the crucial role of this region in humanity's ancient story. The first humans of Morocco did not think of themselves as Moroccans. They belonged to a world without nations or empires. Their identities were inseparable from the landscapes they crossed and the communities to which they belonged. They watched the skies to anticipate the changing seasons. They learned to work stone, wood, and bone into tools essential for survival. They observed the behavior of the animals that shared their world and gradually transformed observation into knowledge. Each generation inherited the wisdom of those who came before. Over countless millennia, a profound relationship developed between human beings and this remarkable land. The mountains became natural landmarks. The valleys sustained entire communities. The coastlines opened toward horizons that future civilizations would one day explore. The story of Morocco's first humans is not the story of a forgotten civilization. It is the story of an extraordinary partnership between humanity and a land uniquely positioned at the crossroads of continents, a land destined to play a fundamental role in the history of both Africa and the Mediterranean world. Today, as we admire Morocco's landscapes, it is difficult to imagine that they silently witnessed the earliest footsteps of our ancestors. Yet every mountain, every cave, and every valley still preserves traces of those men and women whose names have been lost for hundreds of thousands of years. Long before kings, dynasties, and the great battles of history, there were already human beings watching the sun set behind the Atlas Mountains, unknowingly writing the very first lines of Morocco's oldest story.